Welcome to my channel. My name is Eve. This is Everyday Artist, and welcome. Maybe I forgot to comb my hair today. It is a holiday, right? Today is Memorial Day. Oh, this is Rogue, who, when she saw me gathering my stuff for the video, she decided to gather her stuff. Did you want to show them this? Is that it? Oops, did it fall down? You can get it. No? Okay. So, here in the U.S., Memorial Day by many, now this is to, pardon me, that's better. I'm not even going to cut the video for that. I keep taking my tripod apart to try to fix the part that my son took out that I can't get back in. And I don't know why he took it out. Anyway, today is a holiday in the U.S., Memorial Day. And for many, this is a day that people take to go out on the lake and drink and drive drunk and stuff like that. But that is not what it's supposed to be for. And don't get me wrong, if it's a holiday and you're the day off, you have a day off of work, go out and enjoy your life, because it's kind of what it's about, and being together. But what it's really about is to remember those who have died for our country. And my Uncle Joe, no, Joel, not Joe. I have an Uncle Joe, and this is an Uncle Joel, opposite sides of the family. During World War II, he was a pilot, and he went on a mission and didn't come home. So I understand what this holiday is for. It's to remember brave young men and women who have given everything for this country to allow me to have the freedoms and the good life that I have. So that's what I'll celebrate. And hamburgers. All the traditional holiday things. We were going to go to a movie. Traditionally on holidays, my sisters and I go to a movie. And we even invited my son's longtime girlfriend. But my nephew injured himself late last night. Fortunately, it's not bad. And but my sister was with him at the ER most of the night. So she's like, I don't think so. And we all agreed, because he would want to go too. So, and what was I going to tell you? This is the end of the month, isn't it? I think when I see you next, it'll be June. And how on earth did it become June so fast? I have no idea. So, I have a finish, and I have stuff for June, and I have a whole bunch of projects that I did hardly anything on. I did a little bit on them, but it's hard to get a lot of progress on something that you pick up once and then you go on to the next thing. So anyway, here's my finish. Oh, isn't he cute? Look at his little tail. You may not have him, he's mine. Oh, you're not interested. Good. She loves stuffed things. Shred them in seconds. Dog toys, might as well not waste your money on it because she'll. But while she has it, she has a blast. So, okay, what's next? Well, I'll just go in the order that I have this pile. Okay. Blueberry, the berry basket, hands-on design. I am working on those blueberries. I am struggling with this. We have very high ceilings. And our kitchen and for lack of a better word, family area, are connected. And that the family area is where I stitch. And usually, because of the lights in the kitchen, I have plenty of light to stitch by. But with the windows and plenty of light. We have 10-foot ceilings. So my son is not very inclined to replace the lights in the ceiling without more than one of them being gone. And he's like, just use the other light. This house is designed so weird. So the kitchen has a little part that comes out of it. And, that like shows this is the end of the kitchen. And right beside that is a very small area like you would use as a kitchen nook, I guess. And we do have a table there. But we can't get to the light switch, so we never use the light above it. Besides, the lights in the kitchen are plenty of lights. My son wants me to use that little light, and it's not little. It's a chandelier kind of light. But I don't want to turn it on. And I like those daylight light bulbs. That's not what it has, because we never use it. And I'm going to have to just switch out those light bulbs and use that light, because I'm not going to wait on him to put in light bulbs, because I can't see. So all that to say that I'm struggling with this because I can't see it. So the first cross of colors like this are very difficult to see. They're not easy to see when they're a full cross stitch. Okay? And so I find it tedious and I'm not enjoying it. And the thing is, the other one I finished, I liked this one better. So it's not liking the pattern. It is just because it's so difficult to see. So I says to myself, use the other light. Plus I have 2 lights that I can use to put over my stitching. I just don't like to because they get in my way. So instead of complaining about my son, because you can't make anybody do anything, I need to do what I need to do in order to enjoy what I'm working on. And that means finding a way to turn on that light without moving furniture. I know I shouldn't be like that, where a light switch is blocked by furniture, but there wasn't a whole lot of choice with the way this house is designed. It's very weird. We didn't know when we were choosing it that it was weird. We found out, when we were trying to put furniture in it. So I don't know if I showed you this start last week. Probably I did. Sweet Wing Studio, Goodness and Mercy. I plan to put a little top knot on that bird, which means I will have to adjust the pattern somehow, because I was thinking that I could just lower this. It shouldn't take very much space, or I could just ignore some of this border here and put it there, and then I wouldn't have to adjust it very much. I just love quail. I watch them. They're so cute. They're not shaped like this bird, but you know. Anyway, I did a middle start, and I can tell you I want to take all of this out. I look at the stitches and go, what on earth is going on here? Now, from far away, it's fine. So I may leave it, but when I look, I want the stitches to look good. White threads are always an issue. I don't know what it is. White, sometimes black. They either look too clumpy and fat or too skinny. And I'm railroading it to try to get it to lay flat and look good, and yeah, it's still not, I'm still not happy. But I'm not sure it would be better if I restarted, you know, pulled it all out and restarted. It could just be different. So when I was in art school, a very wonderful teacher who happened to be colorblind, he was my artist teacher. Okay, he didn't teach, you know, design or anything. He taught art, painting and things like that. And he was colorblind. And I kept trying to fix a drawing that I was working on, a painting, I don't remember. And he came over, he goes, at some point you have to realize you're not making it better, you're just making it different. Walk away. Because afterward, if you go and you look at it, you can still change it. But you see flaws more than other people see. Everybody's always more critical of their own work than they are of anybody else's. And I'm not saying people don't look at your stuff and, you know, try to nitpick. That happens. But you've already nitpicked it more than they have. So his basic thing was stop it. Stop it. You're not making it better. You're just making it different. And I'll have to remember that a lot with any aspect of my creativity. That if I perceive a mistake in color, in design, in the way the stitch looks, is the stitch in the right place? Okay, yeah. If it isn't in the right place, is it going to matter? And quit trying to pretend that you're perfect, because nobody is. And if it's not going to matter in the long run, then don't stress about it, because you're not making it better, you're just making it different. So, off the high horse and on, okay? And by the way, I think if you keep that mantra, it will help you a lot when you're looking at your creative things. It helped me. Okay, this is Hands-On Design, Botanical Bee. I like the way she calls her husband Mr. HOD. I just absolutely love this design, and I know that a lot of people have already finished it. They finished it, you know, days after it came out, because it is beautiful. when I saw her video when they were showing the Nashville videos, I was stunned at when they showed this. I was like, are you kidding me? That is so beautiful. And yeah, I'm attracted to bee designs a little bit. Okay, a lot. But I bypass most of them. But this one, wow. That doesn't mean I've gotten very far. I'm doing this on 32 count vein Atlantic Lugana. And I can't wait to have it done and finished, and it's so pretty. You know, I know that I probably won't finish it anytime soon, but because, you know, so many patterns, so little time. But I really love it. Okay, on to WhipGo. I'm finishing up my work on this month's WhipGo, and one of my 3 calls this month, and I'm going to put the picture here, is the Chronicles of Narnia Stitching Book Club, and that's what I've done so far. So there's a little bit more of the crown and the purple here, and then it's going to say Pensivi here, and that's all back stitching. When I look at the pattern in Pattern Keeper, it does not show backstitchy lines, so this area is very blank. So I'm having to go back and forth between the PDF and Pattern Keeper just to see what's in between. So it's a lot easier to count. So I'm really happy with the progress I've made on that, and I will continue to work on it until the end of the month, which isn't that much farther, but I'll keep working on it. I forgot one of my whips that isn't WhipGo. This is Corgi and Snow, and here's the picture because I forgot to bring it over here. This is Maria Bravko, Cute Patterns by Maria. This is a free pattern that she had, and it's going to have a lot of back stitching, but that's not where the eyes are. The eyes are little half crescent back stitching, and that's his tongue. And this is the beginning of the scarf around his neck. And he's just so cute. Again, I have no timetable for finishing this. I just found it and was like, I've had this forever. I'm going to work on it. Okay, back to speaking of having forever. One of my WhipGo calls for this month is DMC's turtle. There's no picture. I cannot put this down. It is one of my oldest whips, and I let it languish for like a year, maybe more. And now I'm like, I really like it. I don't want to put it down. It's sparkly. Look how sparkly. All the sparkle threads are in here, so yeah. I haven't, these I'm laying over the sparkle thread. The green and the blue Krynic, and this it's sparkly everywhere. Okay, up here is Krynic, the blue is Krynic, this is Krynic, this is Accentuate. I don't know if you can see. Anyway, I'm very happy. I love sea turtles. I love sea turtles. So, I don't know if I'll finish it this month, but I will keep working on it, at least until the end of the month. There's a lot during the summer that I'm going to be stitching, so I may not work on it again after the end of this month, but I'm happy with the progress I've made. And then my last whip go call for May is Sapphire Mountain Handcrafts, by the way, same as Stitching Book Club. 2023 temperature cell. I'm working on the flowers down here. I'm not anywhere near finished because when I sit down to stitch, I've been working on Narnia and the turtle and not so much on this. But I really love the flowers. Now, this border, that's the bottom of the pattern. So, yeah. It's getting there. It's just... this one I'll work on all year. If I finish it this year. If I don't, I don't. It's just, for some reason, it is not folding evenly, and that makes me annoyed. I really love it. I do. I want to finish the turtle. And Narnia. So it's hard when it's 3 to try to figure out which one you're going to keep working on. So, sorry, I've been waiting for a text from my son. Sorry. Well, that's not him. Okay. And then my last whip is Stitchin' Mommy's temperature turtles. And it is warming up here. Upside down. I thought I was going to do a lot more on the fins and all that, but I don't know, I couldn't get to it. This was 102 that day. And then it went back down. This year's been weird. It's not climbing steadily. It goes up and then it goes down. It goes up and then it goes down. But that one, it went up just a little bit more, right? I suspect we're going to get more reds than anything else for the next couple of months. I put my foot in the pool. Wasn't ice. So I may even swim today. Maybe. We'll see. I don't like swimming when the pool, when it hasn't been at least 100 or more for more than a few days, to warm up the pool. The desert, it gets cold at night, so if it's not that hot, everything cools off at night. I remember my son was on a swim team in Albuquerque, and they heated the pool so it was covered at night. And in the morning, when they pulled the cover back, you could see the steam coming off the pool. And I just think about that when I think about how the pool gets cold at night. Because, it's not concentrated, so we don't see that heat leaching out. And yes, I know I could heat the pool, but I don't want to. It's an expense. Our gas bill most of the year is like almost nothing. But during the winter, when, heating the water and all that, the water heater is basically our only thing that uses gas. We have a fireplace that uses gas, but we never turn it on. But during the winter, just to try to keep hot water, it's sky high, and I don't need another utility bill that's sky high. So the WIPCO calls for June. June. One of mine is upside down. Tiny Modernist, Phoenix Biscornu. And this is how far I got. I started it in cross stitch camp, and this is all the further I got. One more quarter to go and a lot of back stitching. Oh, in the back. So I have 10 days on that. And then 10 days on Underwater World, Stitchy Princess. And I tried to do it with the call for, and I couldn't find a fabric that I liked where it actually showed up. And so I'm changing the colors. A little brighter than these muted colors. And I would have gotten further if I had started with those colors in the first place, but it took a while for me to find the colors. I had to work with them, the colors that I wanted to use. Now this is 14 count, it's DMC fabric, and I think it's called malachite, and I thought it looked like water. So on the other side I have a seahorse that I stitched. Okay, I like water stuff. The Biscornu is also on 14 count and also on DMC, and it is opal. I thought this looked like smoke from my phoenixes. And lastly, cross stitch camp this year. It's so confusing to me. It's all about color, and the first one is take a solid color pattern, and change at least one part of it. And I'm gonna have I hope I can figure out where I was. So cross stitch camp in June is take a single color piece and add a pop of color, is how I understand it. Or take a color piece and change it into a single color piece. And I looked at my patterns that I have. Now, I bought that recipe book, not this year, but the year before, from Market or from something, I don't know, whenever they put out the recipe book. And it has a lot of little patterns in it, which would be great, but almost none of them have a picture of that pattern, of the ones that I was interested in doing. So I couldn't do that. So then, because you have to send a picture of the pattern with your fabric and the threads and stuff that you haven't started it. And I have one other single color pattern, but I've already started it, so I couldn't do that. So I was looking for patterns that I liked that were small, because I have other things. I found this. Oh my. Fortunately, it has a good case. You see how they're blue? Right. Single color patterns. This is by Lena Ova. And it doesn't say that on the patterns. I will probably never remember that. I'm going to have to write it on the back of them or something. Anyway, it's 6 single color patterns. But the patterns don't come, they say black. Well, I'm not going to make a black. I saw blue. I like the blue. I want it black. I don't mind black. I don't want it black. Because I saw the blue and they're ocean things. I want, okay. Yeah. Okay, so this has 6 one-color patterns. And the pictures that they sent, they're black and white. And I had to decide which I wanted. And so I'm not going to do all of them. I am not going to do this one. I might do this one. But if I do this one, I'm not going to do this border. I hate it. I'll do that inner border even with the little spots on it. But I don't know what a chain has to do. I mean, I realize that, chains are in boats and stuff like that, but no. So I'm thinking about that one, and I may eventually do that one either way. Seahorse. This is a possibility. The problem is I'm going to have to ask for clarification, because I don't mind if the rest of it's blue, but I want to make the seahorse one color and the shell another. Maybe even that, I don't know. I may need to save this for July, which is different. A starfish, if it was all blue, I could make the starfish pink. I don't know about this border either. I think the border can go. Crab. Now, I heard something on Helen D's channel. She did a crab pattern at some point, and it was red. And she said she called it dead crab, the pattern, because she said crabs are only red when they're dead. So what color would I make it? I don't know. But again, I think I would lose the border. And dolphin. That is one cute one. Now this one, I don't mind the border so much. Maybe because of the little anchors in the corners. And maybe because the dolphin comes right up to that little border on the inside. Anyway, I'm going to pick one of these, and I'm going to put the picture I saw. It was all one color in blue, so I'm going to use blue. And then I'm going to change one of the colors in it to make it a 2-color piece. And I think that's what she meant to do. I don't know. I'm going to text her or question her on Facebook or something and go, I need clarification. So that's for Cross Stitch Camp. There's a Facebook group, Cross Stitch Camp Facebook group, and it's Cross Stitch Camp 2024, and you have to, if you're interested in it, go to Colorado Cross Stitcher, watch her latest YouTube, and she talks about it there. And I may just go back and listen to that part of that June and July to try to figure out what on earth. Anyway, that is everything I have. I have a lot of bags over here, a lot of patterns over here, and I feel like I did nothing this week. Well, except for my dog. Say bye.